All right, guys, with aging populations, the baby boomers now are getting older and older. The world's largest demographic of a generation. They are getting older and older. The youngest boomer is about to turn 60. I believe the cutoff is like 1964, I believe. So they'll be 60 in just a couple years. Leaves many people to wonder what's going to happen to my loved one when they get older and who could take care of them. Well, you yourself could be in the position to take care of that aging individual. Doesn't necessarily have to be an aging individual, could be a disabled individual, and you could take care of them and get paid for it. Acts such as H.R. 1474, the Alzheimer's Caregiver Support Act, hope I pronounced everything correctly. The acts like this help individuals who are caregivers for their family members stay home with their family members. It's been widely disputed that keeping an individual at home is actually more beneficial than sending them out to a facility such as long-term care. It's been disputed financially and economically, financially, and beneficially. A lot of people say, oh, you have to go to a facility, and other people are saying, no, it's best to keep them home where they know where they're at, where they're familiar with things, where people can take care of them. It's up for debate. I'm sort of leaning on the side of keep them home. If you're on the side of keep them home, you yourself can get paid to take care of that ailing individual, whether it's a disability, old age, Alzheimer's, whatever it may be. Now, I'm not going to get into the specifics as to how, simply because each state is different in these United States. And also, if that individual is a veteran, that also applies to different sort of laws, regulations, as veterans are treated differently, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, yes, you can absolutely stay home with your loved one and get paid to do so, as many caregivers cannot work a regular 40-hour-week job. That is a true story. Yes, you can get paid to stay home with that individual. Now, are you going to get rich? No, you're not. You're probably not going to get paid very much at all. However, you do know the fact that you are at home with that ailing individual as their caregiver, and you are collecting a check doing so. You are literally getting paid. That is your job, to stay with mamaw, papaw, disabled child, disabled brother, sister, whatever it may be. You are employed as that individual's caregiver. That should be satisfying to some. I have actually helped out while I was in HHA. I have helped out as a respite care is what they called it, sort of like a relief, with families who had a caregiver who was in the house, who was also a family member, who was getting paid to do that. And then I would just show up so that that individual could go to the store or take themselves to the doctor or whatever it may be. So then, I myself got to get paid to care for that individual so that the caregiver that is in the house could do other things. So yes, you can get paid. One thing you, the individual who is going to be the caregiver, have to do, you have to do the legwork on it. You have to be the advocate. You have to push for this. This is not something that you can just sign a piece of paper for and then all of a sudden it happens. You yourself have to do it. And in some cases, maybe not all, but some cases, you, the caregiver, have to have some form of training. May be CNA training, may not be CNA training, may just be some various courses that you have to take over a weekend. However, you, that individual, have to do the legwork. That's sort of why I did not go into, jurisdictions and things like that, because they're all going to be a little bit different. So yes, it is possible. Is it worth it? You yourself need to weigh your options as to, is this going to benefit me? Is this going to benefit my family member? Am I even going to physically, emotionally be able to do everything that is needing to be done? And then you will get some sort of financial compensation. As I said before, though, you are not going to be wealthy for doing this job. However, if you've got a spouse that has a fairly well-paying job and you're bringing home a little bit extra just to take care of that loved one, may be worth it to you. Hope it helps. If you got any questions or comments, really, I don't really know if I can answer a lot of questions. If you got any comments on the issue, let me know down below. Kind of curious, does anybody do this? Have you known anybody who's done this sort of caregiving sort of thing? Let me know down below. Like this video, check this one out over here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. Thank you so much. Hope it helps.